Hi everyone. So today I want to talk about before you have a kid, ask yourself. I think that many people tend to think about the positive possibilities when it comes to having children, but they don't give enough thought about the negative possibilities. I think that most people think that their lives will turn out just like they have imagined. And because they feel that, oh, I want my life to be wonderful and beautiful and fabulous, that's how it's going to turn out. And they really don't consider the negative things because they don't think it's going to happen to them, because they're like, oh, that's never going to happen to me. I'm never going to get a divorce. My child is not going to be mentally ill. No, that's not going to happen to me. So you don't consider it. But I think that it is important. If you have not considered the negative possibilities, that you please do. I personally do not think that I have the right to bring another being into existence, but I know that not everybody thinks the way that I do, and that is why I am making this video. It is for those that are thinking about having children or that already have children and are thinking about having more children. I've always wondered if people that have 3 or 4 kids or more have ever considered the possibility that they're going to have to raise those kids on their own because of a divorce eventually, or because their spouse dies, and now they have all these children to raise on their own, and how that is going to affect their kids. And perhaps even eventually they're going to end up in foster care because the parents were unable to take care of these kids because there were so many, Or what if your child is born with a physical or mental disability? What if he is gay and you are totally against gay people? What if that is against your religion and you think he's going to go to hell? How is that going to affect you? What if he becomes an atheist and you are a, Christian or a Muslim? How are you going to react? Are you going to kick him out? Are you going to mistreat him and abuse him because he doesn't believe what you believe? What if he turns out to be a child molester, a drug addict, or is a menace to society? What if he gets a horrible disease and dies and you have to be the one who buries him? What if somebody rapes him? What if he commits suicide because he was bullied in school? What if you die and he ends up in foster care or living with a relative that abuses him? What if he commits a crime and ends up in prison for the rest of his life? What if he ends up being an abusive father to his children and wife? What if he goes into the army and is forced to torture and kill hundreds of innocent people? What if he ends up resenting you for bringing him into this world? What if he suffers a horrible accident and now you have to take care of him and see him suffer every day for the rest of his life? What if he gets a girl pregnant at 14? What if he is born blind or deaf or mute? What if he gets kidnapped at the age of 12 and they never find him? I think that hope, delusion, and denial many times get in the way of reality when it comes to having children. Most people think that they are better than they actually are. Most think that they are going to do a better job than their parents did. And most think that their kids will turn out better than they actually will. The easiest thing to do, I think, is to delude ourselves. Hoping and wishing that you will be a great parent will not make you a great parent. Most people are blind to their own neurosis. I think that the great majority of people suffer from some type of mental or emotional disorder without even knowing it. Most of us came from dysfunctional families, and now we think that it is okay to bring other beings into this world and screw them up. I see people having kids that are selfish, self-centered, a narcissist, a codependent, depressed, suffer from anxiety, neurotic, irresponsible, abusive, alcoholic, drug addict, smoker, teenager, ignorant, uneducated, live in poverty, are not in a stable or healthy relationship, are ill, already have 5 other kids that they can't take care of, etc., etc., and the list goes on and on. And you think that it's a good idea to have a child without dealing with your issues first? Some people try to use their children as a remedy for their disorders in the case of sadness, depression, emptiness, narcissism, etc. I don't think that anyone should have any kids, but especially if you have any mental, psychological, emotional disorders, you should not be having kids, for sure. 800,000 children go missing every year in the United States alone. 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 20 boys is a victim of child sexual abuse. In 2015, 670,000 children spent time in the U.S. foster care. To me, these numbers are absolutely outrageous, and I would not want to risk any of my children to be one of those statistics. To me, it is a huge risk that I would never be willing to take. I wonder how many people have contemplated any or all of these possibilities before having a child. I think that one must consider not only the pain that the child will endure, but also the harm that he will inflict on others. If I had a kid and he caused great harm to others, I would feel indirectly responsible because I'm the one who created him. I don't think that I should put the well-being of others at stake because of my selfishness, my ignorance, my mental disorders, or delusion. That's all I'm saying. So I think that's it for today. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.